Hi, and welcome to another exciting edition of Scarlet Betch. I'm Jason.
I'm Anthony.
So this week, we are going to be talking about a few comic books that came out in the last week. It's actually a week, not a fortnight or whatever, so that's good. Anthony, do you want to start us off with some shoutouts?
Yeah, sure. Let's give a shout out to Astonishing X-Men for the most awesome and intriguing power upgrade that they gave to Armor this issue. I won't say how, because that's a bit of a spoiler for the plot. But she only transformed into her super armor form once, and so I'm wondering if it's like now she can grow her armor super big, or if it will always be gigantic, or what's gonna happen with that. But
Well, in the past, she's exhibited some ability to change the shape of her armor. Like at one point when she was fighting Wolverine, she grew claws or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that, this is just going to be another aspect that she can access, and that maybe, as she learns more about her family.
I think what you're really hoping for is just a big mecha battle in Astonishing X-Men.
I definitely am! And then she's going to find these, long lost cousins, and they're going to, combine their armor forms into, super die-hole.
And Voltron, I'll form the head. Or Transformers, she'll turn into a jet.
Yes. I'll form the Blackbird. And then I also wanted to give a shout out to Tursig in House of Mystery for the best line in the issue. Everyone's splitting up, and so he says, "I'm sad," or "I have something in my eye, and also I'm crying because of sadness."
Aww, Tursig.
Yeah, exactly. Next time I'm crying, I'm gonna say the same thing. Yeah, and then I guess the other thing that I wanted to talk about that I read was Secret Six. They have this whole Get Out of Hell Free card thing that Scandal wanted to use to bring back Knockout, which I am all for. I want Knockout back. She was awesome. But now they've turned it into infighting in hell. So hopefully that will remove all those pesky morals that the characters keep having, which I think distracts from the fact that they should be supervillains.
Yeah, villain books are always tough for me, because I find it hard to empathize and root for villains doing horrific things, but also a lot of the characters are very interesting. Which actually is a good segue to our next one of our next books that came out this week is Dakin, a Dark Wolverine. Speaking of anti-heroes or villain books. So Marjorie Liu continues, I guess, Dakin's streak through Madripoor. It's the rogue, criminal, lawless island of Madripoor. I always wonder why. I feel like there are a lot of these places where it's just really shitty to live, like Madripoor or Latveria. I'm why do people still live here? Why don't they leave? So yeah, but we get some good action and fighting, and some obviously Dakin kind of betrays the alliances that he makes because he's Dakin.
Yeah.
But I also really liked that for once, and I've never seen Dakin pursue someone sexually and be rebuffed, exactly.
Yeah.
Go Tiger, even though your name's really stupid, but go you. Yeah, no, it's cool. Who do you think the man who was cutting all the children is? Oh, I don't know. I was just gonna, I don't think it's Dakin. I don't think he has the science background to be able to experiment on children.
Okay, what happened to the Muramasa claw that Wolverine cut out of?
I don't know what happened to it.
Because it sounds like whoever was cutting them was probably using that.
Oh.
It prevents healing factors, I know.
Yeah.
I think it prevents healing of all.
Oh, of all sorts?
I mean, I guess it can't, because obviously at some point Wolverine healed from whatever.
Yeah, but he's also Wolverine, and he heals at the speed of plot, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know.
I just, I was glad that, the little girl didn't die, because I was convinced that the sergeant and all of his family was, gonna die.
Yeah, when those second bombs went off, I was like, no!
But it was just a flashbang, so it's okay.
Yeah. Just a paralyzed bomb.
Yeah.
Good thing with this.
Yeah. Stun bomb. Yeah, and so I'm excited to see what happens next in Dakin's kind of purview. Although I'm a little sad to hear that Marjorie Liu is going to be off the book after she faces Laura X-23, which is a bummer. Although I heard that she just got she just put it in a different book. I can't remember which one, but I thought it was an interesting choice. I'll have to look it up and figure out what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. Well, I heard speculation that she was moving to a new book. I didn't. Or a book that she was moving to, and I was very excited if that were true.
Yeah.
So, yay, Marjorie Liu!
Yeah. And so before we go on to our next book, I just want to throw in a shout out because we had a good segue. I haven't been a big fan of this show, No Ordinary Family. It's not that great, but it has a lot of just like nerd cred. Like it has like Julie Benz who everybody knows not only from Dexter, which is the most more recent, but also from Buffy, where she played Buffy and Angel, which she played Darla, who I thought was like the most compelling Angel villain like ever. She was fantastic. So she's in No Ordinary Family. But this week or this past, I don't know, I think it's like a past few episodes, but like that last episode is called No Ordinary Love, and it features not only Trisha Helfer from Battlestar Galactica, who played Caprica 6, but also Lucy Lawless, who is so crazy nerd cred. So it was like a BSG kind of like reunion, and it was just like, wow, this is like jam packed, and it's very clear that No Ordinary Family doesn't have the same production value that like Battlestar Galactica does. But it's really clear because I'm always concerned that that I love so many of these actors because of the media that they're in, and not necessarily the good actors. But actually, like, even despite like the below par writing and like the not as great cinematography, like Trisha and Lucy Lawless really like knock it out of the ring, and it's really great. So you should check it out on Hulu or something.
That's awesome. That is awesome. In that vein, then I'm gonna give a shout out to Misfits because I'm in love with it. It's amazing. It's a BBC show all about these kids who get superpowers from a thunderstorm, and they're there on because they're in like juvenile detention type deal. They're doing their community service. That's what it is. It's community service. Yeah. So.
And speaking of British shows, I'm so excited about Doctor Who being gay, or Matt Smith playing gay, because it looks like a really fun made-for-TV movie, and I want to figure out how I can torrent it or something.
Yeah. Speaking of, can we have another gay character on Doctor Who, please?
I know, for real. I actually need to watch that recent season. Oopsie. But let's move on to X Factor.
Let's do it! Mine's away in my box.
So not a whole lot happened this issue. It was a lot of setup, which is fine. I feel like that's how Peter David writes. He like there are like 2 of the issues of like all set up, which is fine. But it's not very action packed. But what I did like is that I'm not usually a big fan of Monet because I think she's kind of entitled and obnoxious and a brat. She's a diva and everything, but I've never really...
totally. She's horrible, but she's brilliant.
I mean, like, I prefer my divas in, like, Emma Frost and Storm, and not Monet St. Croix.
That's interesting that you see a difference between, like, Emma and M. Because I feel like they definitely vibe each other.
Yeah, but I feel like Emma at least has developed some sort of, like, not necessarily motherly, but, like, very, like, protective. And like, yes,
she definitely has an angle of female, or not female, sorry, I mean human interaction.
Yeah. And also like Monet's backstory confuses the hell out of me. I tried to read her Wikipedia entry and I was like, wait, she has like 4 siblings, and 2 of her siblings used to be in her body, but then they became penance, and then they merged, and there's so much sibling merging that's going on in the Marvel universe, like between multiple man or not a collective man and like penance, and it's too confusing. I can't keep track. And then also,
I feel like that was Gen X was a little before my time. I'm Gen Y, so but yeah, I definitely thought that going back and just looking at what happened in that comic book, you had to be doing drugs to understand it.
You really did. But I just wanted to say that I did like the the interaction between Shatterstar and Monet on the roof. They were sunbathing. So we get a lot of like shirtlessness, and it's cute. But it also brings some interesting elements to Shatterstar's sexuality because he talks about kind of like being attracted to Monet and her breasts, and I just kind of and it really like reminds us that he's not gay. He's just trying to like explore her sexuality, and he's fallen in love with Richter, and so I know it's interesting and it's fun.
I kind of feel like both Richter and Shatterstar have these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not the standard. You want gay people to go to Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah, exactly. Or the upcoming Alpha Flight with featuring Northstar and his boyfriend, which I'm really excited about.
Very happy!
Okay, well, I think that's all we have for this week, and check back next time for another superb issue.